Now, the World Health Organization estimates that 1.3 billion people, roughly 1 in 6 globally, live with some form of disability. But behind these statistics are untold stories of silent struggles. In Mwiyogo village, Laikipia County, 64-year-old Beatrice Wairimu bears what experts call a triple burden. A widow living with a disability, she's also the sole caregiver to her mentally ill daughter and a 2-year-old grandchild left orphaned by her late daughter. Her story reflects a growing, often invisible crisis where women in rural Kenya shoulder the rising weight of unpaid care work. Levis Musumba reports.
She is a widow, a mother, a caregiver, and a person with disability.
Ni mimi mama, ni mimi baba, ni mimi shosho ya huyu mtoto. Kulala kwangu ni kama saa 5 ya usiku na nimeamuka saa 12.
Every morning, Beatrice rises with the sun not from rest, but from duty. Her body carved from a spinal injury, moves slowly and painfully. Every step she takes is not just a movement, but a reflection of the weight she carries, a weight few could endure.
Sasa daktari moja akaniambia, hiyo mifupa juu hiyo ndio mgongo. Usiguso na mtu akuambia ati utaenda theater. Ukienda theater, ujue uwezi kutembea vizuri.
Despite her own pain, Beatrice begins her day by milking the family's only cow. It is her only source of income, barely enough to afford the medication of her 31-year-old daughter needs every month.
Hata dakika hii sina uga ya kumpea na anatakanga uga ya uji. Sina uga wa kumpea, nimekaanga hivyo nipate nikose, maisha inakaanga hivyo.
Born with a cleft palate and later diagnosed with a mental disorder, Beatrice's daughter requires daily care and medication costing over 2,000 Kenyan shillings, a sum that feels out of reach for a woman living on milk sales alone.
Kama sasa nimekosa mapeni, akona miezi 2 bila kudungwa hiyo shindano.
As if that were not enough, 2 years ago, Beatrice's other daughter died leaving behind a baby boy. Now in her old age, Beatrice is once again a mother raising a 2-year-old grandchild while managing her own disability and caring for a daughter who cannot care for herself.
Kuoga hawezi. Kufua hiyo maguo yake hawezi. Ni mimi tu nimefuaga.
In Kenya, many persons with disabilities live in the shadows, excluded from education, denied access to healthcare and employment, and left to suffer in silence. Women, especially in rural area, bear the brunt shouldering invisible labor with little recognition and no pay.
This is the time that we urge the government to actually monetize that kind of work.
UN Women is partnering with the national government to address this burden through a national care policy currently in progress, while local NGOs with support from Gates Foundation are raising awareness at the village level.
The National Treasury to ensure that the unpaid care work is computed so that it is added to the national gross domestic product.
As Kenya advances toward inclusive development, Beatrice's story highlights a critical truth. The care economy relies on the often overlooked efforts of the elderly, persons with disability, and caregivers. Their resilience deserves recognition and support, not silence. Levis Musumba, KTN.
All right, we take another short break, but when we come back, we take a look at this issue of school capitation and how it is forcing some schools to close early for August holidays. Stay tuned and keep it KTN.